Holy smokes, we have another under the radar stock that we are going to be discussing for the first time together on this channel. I actually just bought this stock today for the first time. I put about $16,000 into it. It's about a $16 stock. I bought about 1,000 shares, and this to me is really a starter position. So in this video, we're going to be going over what the stock is. It is a quantum stock. Now, Citron Research actually came out today and said, buy this stock hand over fist versus the other quantum names. Rigetti, IONQ, you get it, okay? I think quantum is likely here to stay for a while. And this stock is trading at such a significant discount to its peers. It's a very compelling opportunity, to say the least. Now, Citron, I actually like Citron. I'm actually a fan of Citron's work. I started to like Citron more back in April when I was buying Nebius, ticker symbol MBIS. Okay, I was buying Nebius in the 20s as the stock just had gotten relisted and, you know, started to get a little bit more popular. Okay. That was back in April of 2025. Today, the stock's $125 a share. Okay, the stock's up a lot. But Citron was one of the first guys to call Nebius the next AI Wall Street darling in December of 2024. They can be pretty early to things. Okay, my kind of people, because I like to be early to things. And what we're going to talk about in this video is a very early stage opportunity in quantum that, as Citron Research says, and as we'll talk about in this video, could be highly underappreciated. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Check out the link down below in the description of this video if you want to come join the trading community. We're doing this all day, every day, finding the next hot stock that is under the radar that Wall Street doesn't know about and investing in it, whether it was Nebius or Applied Digital or IONQ. IONQ at $7, Applied Digital at $3, Nebius at $22, Novartis Semiconductor at $1 and some change, Resolve AI, one that I'm still heavily invested in, over 6 figures in. Identified that stock in the $2.50 range. Today it's $6.60. Okay. That is what we do. We like to be early to high quality trades or investments in AI, energy, robotics, software, gene editing, biopharmas. The hot themes, or quantum now in this case, the hot themes for the next decade or two. We are in an AI Cold War with China. There's going to be a lot of rapid innovations. There's going to be a lot of investment opportunities. If you want to come join us on this journey, check that link out down below in the description of this video. We are up well over 200% in the trading community portfolio. And I think those results are only going to get more dramatic into the end of this year. So let's go ahead and get started with the opportunity that we are talking about. And I'm about to pull it up on screen. It's actually a SPAC. Yeah. Yep. I'm not a fan of SPACs. Not a fan at all. But every now and again, there's a SPAC that catches my attention. This is most certainly one of those. This company, the SPAC company, is going public or merging with one of the leaders in quantum. Okay. Infleqtion to go public in SPAC deal valuing quantum computing firm at $1.8 billion. It says Infleqtion will go public through a merger with a blank check company led by veteran Wall Street dealmaker Michael Klein, valuing the quantum computing startup at $1.8 billion before new investment, the company said on Monday. The merger with special purpose acquisition company Churchill Capital Corp X is expected to provide Infleqtion with more than $540 million before cost, including a co-investment from institutional investors such as Maverick Capital, Counterpoint Global, and Glen Capital. So not only are they doing this SPAC, some of them are actually just going to invest in the company as well. Infleqtion, which builds quantum computers and precision sensors, said proceeds would accelerate product development and expand applications in areas such as artificial intelligence, national security, and space. The combined company is expected to list under the ticker INFQ on a North American exchange. Infleqtion CEO Matthew Kinsella told Reuters he expects the deal to complete later this year or in early 2026. The company has roughly 185 employees. It has raised $283 million in funding so far since its inception in 2007. For a company like Infleqtion here, they've only raised $283 million in funding since 2007. Some companies are doing that on a 6-month basis. To me, that looks like very good management. I mean, if you have a different take on that, let me know. But it seems like that is a really good management, like being able to allocate capital effectively. Yes, they're going to be running a loss, right? But they've only had to raise that much money, and like they're actually generating sales. We'll get into that in just a moment. But 2007 was a long time ago. It's 2025. Yeah, it looks like this has some really good management behind it. Now, it says quantum computing firms such as IonQ, Rigetti Computing, and D-Wave Quantum have gone public through SPAC mergers in recent years. A SPAC is a shell company. I'm sure you guys understand a SPAC, but a SPAC is a shell company that backs their shares at $10 a share. They have 2 years to go public or to merge with a private company to take that company public. So SPACs are a lot easier, faster to go public, blah, blah, blah. Not as ideal, but it's a way of going public. Now, it says Infleqtion systems are used by chip designer Nvidia, the U.S. Department of Defense, NASA, and the UK government. The company has about $29 million in trailing 12-month revenue as of June 30th, and it expects about $50 million in booked and awarded business by the end of 2025. This company does business with Nvidia, U.S. Defense Department, NASA, and the UK government. They're looking at $50 million in booked and awarded business by the end of 2025. And it's only a $1.8 billion valuation versus other quantum stocks, like the ones mentioned, Rigetti, IonQ, that are doing not even as much business as that. Citron says here, why Infleqtion, ticker symbol CCCX, is outpacing Rigetti and why the market hasn't priced it in. The chart on the bottom is all you need to know. Number 1, real revenue versus research grants. Infleqtion delivers $29 million in real hardware and sensor sales. Rigetti's $11 million comes mostly from government R&D contracts. One executes, the other experiments. 2, diversified quantum monetization. Infleqtion sells sensors, atomic clocks, and RF systems that fund its QPU roadmap. Quantum survives on dilution and burn. Infleqtion builds a business. Rigetti burns one. The real Nvidia partnership. Infleqtion is featured by Nvidia in CUDA Q blogs, GTC events, and developer demos. Rigetti just name drops. Integration versus association. Credibility matters. Neutral atoms to semiconductors. Infleqtion's neutral atom tech scales faster. Room temp, full qubit connectivity, credible path to 1,000 logical qubits by 2030. Rigetti's supercomputing approach hits physics limits, I think. Okay. Real markets, real ROI. Infleqtion sells to defense, aerospace, and telecom with deployable systems. Rigetti's still pitch demos. Bottom line, Infleqtion has customers, revenue, and Nvidia validation. Rigetti has dilution and press releases. The market hasn't priced the gap between execution and aspiration yet. And they say this is all you need to know. So basically, taking apples for apples between Rigetti and CCCX, okay? Rigetti is currently over $40 a share. So the market cap's around $15 billion. Citron says that if Infleqtion had a $15 billion market cap, just like Rigetti today, the stock would be $59.30 per share. If Rigetti gets to $62, which is a $20 billion market cap, CCCX would be an $80 stock. Today, the stock is $16 per share. So, simple math's sake, Citron is saying that CCCX should be a $59 stock today, but divide that by $16.20, roughly where the stock is trading at. Citron is saying the stock should be over 3.5 times higher than where it is today, based on a comparison to Rigetti. Now, Citron says that this is only a comparison to Rigetti, that CCCX should be trading much higher than Rigetti, again, on this comparable. That Infleqtion should have a premium valuation to Rigetti. So if Rigetti's trading at this, Infleqtion should be trading higher. Now, let's go back to Citron's post here. They also say that CCCX does not seem to be announced, but Infleqtion just on September 27th says here, a $17 million government contract just awarded, former name is Cold Quanta. This is larger than Rigetti's revenue since inception. That price sensitivity chart will get closer every day. So they're basically saying that, you know, CCCX is going to go up even as Rigetti, you know, stays the same or whatever, right? They're saying the spread is going to change. Citron Research posted a third post on CCCX, and they actually pinned this to their profile. They say the most compelling trade in quantum, buy CCCX against any position in Rigetti. Not going to try to value quantum right now. Are they all overvalued? The market will determine that. But what Citron can definitively say is that Infleqtion is far ahead of Rigetti in the quantum race, and we expect the two stocks to trade in parity in a rapid manner, and then CCCX will trade at a premium. This chart is all you need to know. Again, highlighting this chart here. So basically, Citron, in simpler terms, is saying CCCX is going to start going up a lot to match kind of where Rigetti is at. What looks like even before the SPAC merger is actually completed. I have on the company so far. Again, we're going to hear more about this. I think there's going to be more attention around this SPAC over the the days and weeks to come. I do think we're very early in this company, and I think the real opportunity is once the company de-SPACs and goes public via the SPAC process and is trading as a standalone company, right? But this could be one of the easiest opportunities right now in quantum, just comparing this company to others like Rigetti, IONQ, D-Wave, so on and so forth. Now, I did go out and I bought 500 shares in this portfolio. Average cost $16.31. Current market value $8,150. And I said in the trading group that this is really a starting position. Okay. This is something that I just want to start. SPACs still kind of make me nervous. There's been a lot of bad SPACs. The biggest risk to this trade is that the entire quantum market goes through like a downturn, right? People stop liking quantum, something like that. That's the biggest risk at this point. If quantum valuations hold where they are, the stock is going to see substantial upside, in my opinion. Now, I also bought 500 shares in this portfolio at $16.42 a share. Current market value, $8,150. I'm actually down $67 on this position. I'm down $2.50 on this position. So I'm actually down on this stock. And again, I plan to at least hold this company for a while. I think there's some very compelling arguments for why this stock should be dramatically higher. Again, relative to where other lesser quality competitors are at right now, right? So I think there's a really good argument to invest in the company. But obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. This is risky stuff. Again, the biggest risk is that the quantum market just falls out of bed. People don't like quantum anymore. You know, that's the risk. So let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comment section. I did want to share this one because I think we're very early on this in general. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Check out that link down below in the description of today's episode. Let me know if you are invested in this one, how you're thinking about this one. Do you like quantum? Do you not? Are you staying away from quantum in general? Again, let me know your thoughts. I was really early to quantum. Didn't hold it nearly as long as I should have. I actually bought IONQ at $7. I sold it at like 10, guys. Yeah, fumbled IONQ hard. Okay, I bought the stock like late 2024. Should have just held every share. But now the stock's over a 10x from where I originally bought IONQ. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Check out the link down below in the description of this video if you'd like to come join us. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.